Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Snay. I know it's been years. I think 2022 I haven't recorded anything. I haven't. Um, but yeah, I'm here. The channel is still here. So I'll just randomly post until I get to such a time where um I won't say when I'm serious, but when I just can post constantly, I believe I'll get to that time. But for now, your girl is 30, trying to sort out her life, and um, and also because I don't wanna share too much about my life. At this point, I just prefer to keep many things very private. Uh, but I'm still struggling to find the content. Like, I have a lot of things to share, so I'm still deciding what exactly I will stick to and be consistent in it. But yeah, maybe you guys can help me decide. What do you think my channel should focus on? Just let me know. I will really appreciate your response so that maybe I will be very consistent when I know what I'm doing. But I just wanted to record this one. It's been a long time coming for this one. It's more of a testimony. Um, yeah. So I'll just insert these few pictures here and a small clip, and yeah. If God is with me, whom shall I fear? If no one knows me, still His heart, yes, God. I am safe, I am loved. So what happened this year? I basically almost lost my life. I was in a very terrible car accident. Um, and it is by grace of God that I'm alive today. Like, nothing and no one in this world can ever convince me that there is no God. I know, like, I've met some scientists here or atheists who told me that it was luck. And funny enough, my name is Sinentlantla, which means we have luck. But to me, it's a blessing. Like, it's grace of God, because yeah, you guys, as you can see, or as you've seen how terrible the accident was. I'll also insert some more pictures at the end of this video. And also, I'm sorry because I mumble. I should have prepared something to, like, keep me on track, but I'll just go with the flow, and just, it's more like a story time. This is a story time, guys. Like, we are all relaxed, you can see. I'm just, yeah. Anyways, so it was the 30th of April this year. Long story short, I was going back to KZN from Johannesburg. So I, with my aunt, we were going to a family reunion, the first ever in our family, my mother's side of the family. And out of the blue, like, it was a holiday on the 27th of April. Me and my aunt were, like, packing, preparing for the vacation or the trip to KZN. And my aunt just decided out of the blue that she's just gonna clean up her house. And then she took out some old stuff, and I was like, hey, I think these shoes look very good. I would like to take all these shoes and donate them, because they had been floods in KZN. So I took the shoes. I hadn't planned this, but I took the shoes, filled them in a very huge luggage, um, a huge bag that I had. So I took out all my stuff and put all the shoes in there, like many shoes, even including school shoes and stuff. Anyways, fast forward Friday, we are on our way to KZN. We left after work. It was immediately after work. We met at the taxi rank, and then we took a taxi to KZN. We had a wonderful trip. It was a wonderful road trip. It was all fun and funny. Everyone was getting along in the taxi. We were laughing and sharing jokes and all that. It's like, if I can go into details, this vlog will be very long, so I'm just gonna skip to the very significant parts of the story. So the taxi from Joburg drops us at Pietermaritzburg. From Pietermaritzburg we're going to Hammersdale. So we were the first in the taxi, me and my aunt and this other lady from Joburg. So me and my aunt sat behind the driver because we had a lot of stuff that we needed to take home, including this bag full of shoes in front of me. So the taxi is now on its way to Hammersdale. The taxi driver was not very friendly, first of all, and he was flying, but like, I was very glad because I wanted to get home immediately or very fast. It had been a long trip from Joburg, so he was driving very fast, but no one was worried. Everyone was like very happy because we were gonna get home earlier or sooner. What happened? So as he was still driving, I just got thinking, I wasn't thinking actually, my life flashed before my eyes, and I hadn't even seen that there was something happening. So I just had my life flashed. This moment was like less than a second or in a second, but I saw all of my life, like from childhood to where I was on the 30th of April 2022. And I remember, I had that sense of relief, like that breeze. I felt so much peace after that flash. I was like, wow, inside my, wow, God, I've lived my life. Like, thank you. Like, I've really lived my life, even though I'm just 30, but I have really lived my life. And the next thing, I saw the taxi like flying, and I could see that the driver couldn't put on the brakes, and he couldn't control the car he was trying to control, and then everyone started screaming. I remember thinking to myself, God wouldn't do this to me. Like, this is not how I'm supposed to die. Like, this cannot be the end of my story. Like, I cannot just be another person who lived her life like this and then just all of a sudden died like this. And then I was thinking about my sister Untobe and my uncle Umalumtemba, who had planned the family gathering. I was like, oh my gosh, if we were to die now, they will never forgive themselves because they are the ones who planned the trip. That's what was going on in my mind. And then after that, I just closed my eyes and it became dark. I closed my eyes and bowed my head, and everything was, it was dark. Okay, I know I closed my eyes, but it felt like I was in a dark place. Um, and the next second, I hear the glasses breaking. I like vividly, like the voices, the screams, and the car was still moving. I'm hearing all these glasses breaking and stuff happening. It was like it was happening all around me, but I was just like protected somehow, waiting to hear, like to have my head like cracked or whatever. Like I was like expecting something to happen, but my eyes were closed and I could hear all these glasses breaking, and I just felt very safe. I, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain this feeling or what was happening in me or in my head. But the next thing, the car stopped. For like few seconds, I just kept my eyes closed. And the next thing I hear, like the taxi shaking, people were jumping out basically, and my aunt next to me was screaming. She was screaming, and then I just opened my eyes, and there was no one in front of me and no one uh, at the back. Only my aunt and this lady that was sitting next to me. So it was just the three of us in the taxi now. Even the taxi driver and the guy that were sitting in the front, they were not there. And I looked outside, they were all standing there. Some are crying, some are on the floor, um, some are just looking at us. And my so this is what happened. So I tried to calm my aunts down. I tried to move, my legs couldn't move. Like we were stuck, so we couldn't move. So I tried to calm my aunt this side, and then this lady is very quiet. So I turned to her, and she is bleeding. Like the blood is pouring out everywhere. I was even covered in her blood. Like I was still on my work uniform, so I was covered in her blood. And my aunt on this side is screaming. So I was trying to also calm her down. I don't know what I was doing, but I was trying to be positive and keeping them positive that we were gonna get help. And people were really trying to help us, the cars and stuff. And then I think 4 minutes or so, we're still stuck. They were trying to pull the thinking, but it was like it was very bad. They tried to pull the taxi up so we can get off, but we were getting more hurt. Like it was pushing us even further. Like yeah, and they just one of the guys, I really appreciate them. I wish I had pictures of them, but this one old man came up with an idea of just other people pushing back the chairs and then others pulling us out. So when they did that, they were able to pull my aunt out, and I was able to come out, and then they pulled the other lady out. So when I was touching myself because I couldn't feel anything. So I didn't see anything wrong with me. So I took all my stuff. My aunt it was really bad for her because she is diabetic and she hadn't taken her pills. She forgot them in Joburg. And then now, I don't know where she was hurt, but I knew she was hurt. So within 10 minutes of the accident, there was so many ambulances around. I was so proud at that moment that if this is where South Africa is, then we are on track, because within 10 minutes we were in the middle of between Pietermaritzburg and Camperdown. So within 10 minutes ambulance were all over. and they were attending to us. So I was just taking pictures and trying to calm everyone down, and because I felt like there was nothing wrong with me. But as I continued to walk around, I started my legs started to feel heavy, and when I lift up my trousers, I realized that I had a scratch, and my leg was becoming very big. So I started limping, and one of the ambulances decided that they were gonna take my aunt. So I was obviously gonna go with her because first of all she's from Joburg, and yeah, she's my aunt. She's with me. So they saw that I was also struggling because my leg was like swollen. Like within minutes, it became so big, and they gave me a bandage. They were very nice. I remember after we got into an ambulance, I'm not gonna get emotional. This guy, who was very actively helping, I don't know, I think he's a paramedic as well, but he was already there during, like, when the accident happened. I think he was on his way to work or something. So he just put his hand on me and asked me, "Are you okay?" I just couldn't take it. I lost it and I started crying. Like, I just couldn't believe what had happened. Um, and then after that, I called my brother, who's a police. I called him. I told him what has happened, and he was in shock. So I just he didn't know what to say. And I then called my sister, Undobe, the one who planned the thing. I told her that this has happened. So we were on our way to a nearest hospital. Got to the hospital, they gave us just painkillers, because yeah, it was a government hospital, and also there were lots of other other emergency cases that they attended to. From the taxi, I am so grateful to God that no one died. Even though it was a very bad accident, no one died. But like the lady that was next to me was badly injured. Um, Unfortunately, at that time, I couldn't take anyone's number, but she was, I think, one of her knees. I don't know what happened to her. But yeah, that is my story. That is my testimony. The grace of God, the protection of God. Since that accident, I think my life really, really changed. I don't know, I've been, every person, many people I meet, I've been telling them about, I've been like telling them about what happened to me, telling them about the grace of God in my life, how much I appreciate life even more now, because life is truly a gift. I am really continuing to live my life to the fullest, because yeah, and it's just, I don't know, like I'm mumbling right now, but I'm just like, it's a really a big testimony for me. I remember. Okay, so I'm just gonna share this word, because I truly believe I was saved by God. I was saved by God, and I did ask God for, yeah, I did ask God for protection during that time, because I didn't believe that my life should end just like that. I truly believed I had more to live for, that it wasn't the end of the road for me. Maybe this is what my channel will be about, like sharing the word of God, sharing the word of God, because this has been my testimony, and it's amazing what God has been doing through this testimony, because I, like, for a few months after the accident, I was asking God, what was the purpose, because I know even when it's not God's purpose for me to be in an accident, but he is able to make all things work together for my good, for the good, the for the kingdom of God also. So I kept on asking God, what was the reason, like, how are you gonna turn this accident for my good, make it for my good? Like, how is it gonna happen? Like, how did you allow it to happen? I won't share much details, but I did meet someone who doesn't believe in God at all, and I shared this testimony with them. And even though it was like, still, I don't believe in your God and what's not, but one thing I shared with this person was, this is the miracle that happened to me, and I believe for you, on your behalf, I believe that there's gonna be a miracle in your life as well. And there was a miracle in their life as well, even though I'm not gonna share much, but I'm just grateful to God. And even though they haven't admitted, but deep inside them, I know they know it was God. And also, yeah, I won't share much, but yeah, I'm gonna share with you guys the book, in the book of Psalms 91. It says here, praying Psalms 91 teaches us that God covers us. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness and rampart. Not only do we abide within the safety of God's dwelling, but he actively covers us with his protection. That is Psalms 91. It's so interesting as I'm reading this, because when it says he will cover you with his feathers, that is exactly how it happened to me. Like, I felt protected. I was protected. Like, you guys will see the pictures. I'll insert more pictures at the end of this vlog. You will see the scratches that I came out with in that horrible accident. And I was sitting next, like, behind the driver. So, and also the lady that was sitting next to me, as I did explain, that she was badly injured, like head to the whole side. The whole side was like badly injured. So for me to just come out of that horrible accident with those scratches, that should tell anyone and everyone that God is indeed alive, and God is always for us. So I'll just end this video here. I've been wanting to share about my experience. I've been wanting to share this testimony with you guys. So yeah, thank you for watching. I know this vlog is just all over the place, but I'm excited that I've started recording again. I will do my best to be very consistent. I think I'll do part 2 of the cycling journey, because I've really improved in my cycling. So I think the next video might be that. But just stay tuned, make sure you are subscribed and you like my videos, please, and watch till the end. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, see you on the next one. Who can be